Hello, Herbie. You're such a happy little boy again today. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, all the friends. It's always so nice when Herbie whistles very happily like this. Herbie, can you remember what we're going to talk about today?
Yes, about sheep.
I'm glad that you remembered that. I wonder, can you tell me what we call a baby sheep?
A lamb.
That's right, a lamb. And a mommy sheep?
A ewe.
That's right, a ewe. And what about a daddy sheep?
A ram.
That's right, we call them a ram. And that's a little sheep family. A ewe, a ram, and the baby is a lamb. Herbie, now I wonder, can you tell me what do we call somebody that looks after sheep?
A shepherd.
A shepherd, that's right. And a shepherd usually has a staff, eh? Like the story that we read in the Bible of the shepherd that went to look for his little lamb that got lost. He had a staff that he got him out of the bushes with. So this is the story of Jabal. Jabal was a shepherd. A shepherd is somebody that looks after his sheep. And this is Jabal's staff. There we've got the kraal where his 100 sheep are sleeping in. Every day he would take them to the field to graze. He spoke to his sheep when he said to them, "Tau, tau," like here, it meant, come to me, and they would listen right away. When he said to them, oh, oh, that meant stand close together, and they did that. When he said to them, la, la, it meant lie down, and they listened right away. On the way to the field, Jabal had to go through a road that went in between the mountains. Sometimes he would carry the little babies if they were still tired or too small to walk so far. And when they were in the field and while they were eating, he would make sure that there were no poisonous plants around, and he would chase the snakes away so that the snakes don't pick his little animals. He would watch over them very carefully. Look at the little lamb drinking milk from his mommy. He looked after his sheep and they listened to his voice. One day, as they were going back home, something dangerous was hiding in the cave. Can you see something dangerous? Maybe that wolf, eh? And the wolf was waiting. But remember, Jabal had taught his sheep to be obedient right away. They walked past the wolf and Jabal did not see the wolf. But when the wolf came from the back, the lamb said, "Ma, ma, please Jabal, help us, here's a wolf." And you know what he said? He said, "Uh-oh, uh-oh." And can you remember what that meant? That meant stand together with your heads in the middle. And the sheep listened when Jabal said, "Uh-oh, uh-oh." They stood with their heads in the middle. Now the wolf couldn't get hold of their throats to bite them. Jabal quickly chased the wolf away. And then he said to his sheep, "La, la, la, la." Can you remember what that meant? Yes, that meant to lie down. And they listened right away. Jabal took some stones and packed it in the little brook so that it could form a little dam and so that his sheep could drink water. While he was doing that, there was one little sheep that did not listen and he wandered away. That evening when Jabal got to the kraal and he counted his sheep, he said, "Oh my, one is missing. Maybe I counted wrong. Let me try again." He counted again, but there were only 99 instead of 100. Even if it was dark, Jabal still took his torch and he said, I've got to find my lost sheep. So he went out into the dark and he called and he called. And early in the morning, before the sun came up, he heard ma, ma, and look where he found his little sheep. It had not listened to Jabal and it had wandered off and it got into trouble. It fell down the side of the mountain and got stuck in a bush. Jabal carefully picked him up, put him on his shoulders, and took him safely back to the kraal. Now I wonder, can you tell me who is our shepherd? You think we have a shepherd too?
Tell me.
Our shepherd is...
Jesus?
That's right, Jesus is our shepherd. And he calls us his little lambs. He says, I am the good shepherd, and you are my sheep. Be safe and listen to me.